Rockford IceHogs goalie Jeff Glass. So, I mean, we've talked about this before. You're Canadian, correct?
That's right.
All right, so Thursday is Thanksgiving, and there isn't Thanksgiving in Canada, right?
Oh, we got a Thanksgiving, but it happened a month ago. It's not quite the scene that it is down here.
So Thanksgiving in Canada is different. So we're celebrating, the Pilgrims and all that. Now, what do Canadians celebrate for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that too. So I played with an American guy over when I was in Russia. He asked me that exact question, and there was 4 or 5 of us Canadians. Not one of us came up with the answer. So we hit Google, and then even when we Googled it, Google didn't have a very good answer either. So as Canadians, we celebrate it because our American friends celebrate it, and it looks like a good time. So I think we just kind of copy them is going to be my best answer. My terribly wrong answer, but my best answer. So that's where I'm going with.
Okay, so what do you do for Canadian Thanksgiving?
Well, we copy you guys. We do the exact same thing you do. We
turkey
get together,
and all that. Okay.
Yeah, but we do it a month earlier. I think just because the seasons change a little earlier. And I know the correct answer is to do with the farmers and the harvest and that, but that's not why I see us celebrating it. I think it's a little different. So we do the same sort of thing. We don't have American football or NFL football. We have Canadian football, which is what it is. But it's more of a day that's celebrated, but it's not. We do Christmas. We don't do Thanksgiving like this.
All right. So now you're in the state, and most of the time you're going to be in the States for Thanksgiving. Will you take advantage and celebrate Thanksgiving like we do here?
Yeah, no, we do. And it's one of my favorite parts of being down here is being able to enjoy Thanksgiving and the people. Everyone's in such a good mood and everyone's happy to get together with their families on Thursday. So as a team, we're going to get together on Thursday, even though we play Wednesday, Friday. So it'll be pretty tame, but all the wives and girlfriends are going to get together and do a big potluck for us, and we'll have a big Thanksgiving Day, something Thursday afternoon, watch some football, and get back to work on Friday.
Will somebody host it, or you guys go somewhere?
Yeah, no, Big Vic Svedberg, he's got the Palace here in town, so we're going to go over to his place. And
well, he needs a big place. I mean, how tall is that guy?
Like, tall enough that he should be playing basketball, right? We went over to his house. That was the first thing everybody said was, no kidding, you need a house. Like, he has to bend over to fit through archways. So that's, Vic's a big boy.
So what will your family bring to Thanksgiving?
So we're helping with the turkey. Now, I don't know if we're actually cooking it or we're going to fake it and get somebody else to help us cook it, but we're going to do the turkey and the stuffing. So that'll be our contribution to the dinner. And then, I think the chat lit up pretty quick. Everybody wanted to make sure they got their mashed potatoes and all that stuff. So it should be a pretty good time.
So I don't know if you've been on long enough yet to do this, but so who's the guy? It's got to be one of the young single guys he's like, well, I'll bring paper plates or glasses or some wine or something.
Yeah, and you're right. We were kind of new on the radio here, so I can't throw somebody too far under the bus. But we left it up to the wives and girlfriends to pick that. So the young single guys, fortunately, get kept out of that chat. They don't have anybody to contribute to the.
So they just get to show up then?
So they're going to show up.
See, that's good for you guys, though, to do that. That's kind of nice. Because some of these guys are really young, might be on their own for the first time.
Well, if we sent some of the guys to get wine, I don't think they're old enough to buy it. So I think that's where we're at on that.
I'm talking to Jeff Glass, Rockford IceHogs goalie. What is your favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal?
The meal itself, I love the turkey, but I don't know. It's the combination of food. I think it's the turkey with the stuffing, with the mashed potatoes. All you eat way too much of it in such a short period of time, and then you just hit the couch. You gotta just go hard, go fast, and then it's time to hit the couch and take a nap. So that's my favorite part, is just overeating. Whatever it is that you have in front of you is eating too much of it.
And you're a big football fan, so there's 3 games on. You got to love that.
Yeah, a good afternoon game. It should be a good day to hang out and watch some football. And like I said, we're playing Wednesday and Friday, so it'll be a pretty relaxed day. It should be a lot of fun.
So playing Friday, do you have to watch how much you eat and what you eat on Thursday? Because, I mean, you don't want to be, cramping up on Friday. Sorry, Coach, I had too much turkey.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. And it's unfortunate because, you'd like to have Friday off or not have to play a game that day. But we're going to have it a little earlier in the afternoon. And Our nutritionists hopefully don't listen to the radio because they wouldn't be too happy about this.
Rockford IceHogs goalie Jeff Glass stops by. What's going on today, buddy?
Not much.
Good weekend for you guys.
Really good weekend. Yeah, it felt good. It was. It's nice. 2 shootout wins, entertaining for the fans. Probably more hockey than the guys wanted to play, but it's all good.
I always say getting a little free bonus hockey, not bad for the fans. It's always exciting, and you got to play both games this weekend.
Yeah, no, that's nice. Obviously, as a personal standpoint, you always want to play, and to get into 2 games and get 2 wins is huge, but you got a big picture. We're starting to kind of turn the corner here. I think last week when we spoke, we were just coming off a 4-game losing skid, so it's crazy how fast it happens, and how quick you go from a team that's losing 4 to now we're on a little bit of a winning streak, and all the cliches come in. You don't want to get too high, too low, all those things now, right? So now we got to learn how to win, just like we forgot how to lose.
So you play a shootout, and I mean it's such a different perspective for a goalie because during the game you've got your D guys out there and everything. Now when you have a shootout, it's 1-on-1, you against the shooter. What goes through your mind when this guy is coming at you?
Well, I can speak for myself. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody approaches those scenarios slightly different. I love it. I think it's the best. Obviously, if you don't like that scenario, I think you're in the wrong sport or you're the wrong position. But that to me is the best part of the game. You can. For the fans, it's not quite hockey the way you've seen it for 65 minutes before. It turns into a skills competition. Some guys are for it, some are against it. I think it's great because it's one guy. Usually you have a little bit of a report on him, or you know something what he's up to. And when he comes in, you gotta read what he's gonna do. Guys are so creative now. They got so many good options. So you really gotta be patient. It's a little bit of a chess match, and then you wait for him to make a move and try to follow him as best you can. So. I really enjoy it, but there's a few things I go through in my head to make sure I'm prepared for the shot, and then you kind of put it on autopilot and let your instincts and your reactions take over.
Now, do you guys work on that in practice?
Oh yeah. It's more of a pride thing in practice, though, right? You have your own guys coming down. You don't want to get beat in practice, but yeah, we work on it quite a bit, and that's usually how our shooters are determined, and other teams determine their shooters is how well guys go in practice, if you believe that or not, because. You don't really get a chance to see a guy go in one-on-one without pressure, without speed. He can do whatever he wants. We can talk about Vinny Hinestroza. He did the same move twice. Right. I don't know if I can still catch up to that move. It's so good because he gives himself so many options, right? So it's something he practices. It's something we all practice, and makes us better.
It's just a matter of time before he gets his chance up in Chicago again.
I think so. I think we're all lucky to have him here right now. We all realize that we're a little smitten when we get to the rinks because we know that he's going to be out of here sooner rather than later, but we'll enjoy him while he's here because he's a great player and he's putting up points for us.
So I saw something on the internet. The best thing about the internet is you can catch hockey action throughout the country. So there's this junior hockey kid. Did you see this? He's a goalie in South Dakota, and the other team pulled the goalie, and he scored a goal.
I did see that, and the best part was his celly. Did you see what he did after?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, if I scored, I wouldn't be able to celly like that.
He was doing every move I think imaginable.
He pulled out 3 or 4 different cellies, all for one goal. I don't blame him because I don't know what he's going to score next. But that was awesome.
My favorite was the Vince McMahon from WWE at the end, the walk. I mean, that's tough in goalie equipment.
I mean, it was perfect. He knew exactly what he was doing. I saw that. I laughed so hard. I thought, good for him. No, that's harder than it looks too. So good, you're going to score. You might as well celly.
Obviously, you haven't gotten a goal then, the way that you've talked. So, have you been close? Have you ever almost had one?
Yeah, no, I've come close a couple times. I've tried. Now the worst part, and he made it look way too easy. You shoot it over everybody. It goes in the net. You're standing behind the net with your net exposed, and you got to shoot it up the middle of the ice.
Right.
So it's the 2 most dangerous things. Your coach will kill you. Your teammates will kill you if you miss. So. If you're going to go for it, you better have a couple goal lead, 1, and 2, you better make sure you hit it because otherwise it's going right in the back of your net, and next thing you know, you're probably going to lose the game.
So it was a risky move, but it paid off for him. But yeah, okay. Do you have any assists in your career?
Yeah, assists are way more common. I like to handle the puck. I like to move it up, try to help out rather than hurt our team. But assists are easy to come by here and there. It's funny how they pile up, but goals, now you got to be real onto something. I think if I'm ever going to score, it's going to be one of those plays where there's a delayed penalty. I made a save, and then they shot it back to their defenseman. It goes in their own net. I'll take one of those, one of their own goals, but I don't think I'm going to be the guy that shoots it down. I don't know if I have the kahunas to do that.
Coach will maybe lose it on that one. Even if you get the goal, the coach is mad because it's such a risk.
That's just it. You got to know exactly what you're doing. We play a game after practice once a month where we shoot the puck from center ice, and you got to hit the net without it touching it. It's whatever. It's so hard. It's so hard to do that. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, under pressure, under the gun, right up the middle, you got to really hit it. So we'll see. I mean, now that I've talked about it, probably the scenario will arise, but I hope not, because I don't want to have to go for it.
Double T, Rockford IceHogs goalie Jeff Glass hanging out. You guys got games Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, Friday at home down at the Beamer. So that's nice to have a couple of home games around Thanksgiving, too. You don't have to travel.
Yeah, super nice. It's that time of year you want to be home, so nothing like getting a couple wins to celebrate Thanksgiving Day.
So we talked about you guys have a team Thanksgiving, and you do celebrate even though your Canadian Thanksgiving is a month earlier. So you were in Russia for, 7 years, you said? When you were in Russia, did you celebrate all the Canadian and American holidays?
Well, it depends on who's on the team. So quick backstory, you're allowed 5 imports, non-Russian players on your team, so it could be made up of Czechs, Slovaks, Americans, Canadians, what have you. So the years where I played with Canadians and Americans, we'd celebrate the Thanksgiving Day of the players that were there. So I've actually played with quite a few Americans over there, and we would always celebrate American Thanksgiving. And then I celebrated more Canadian Thanksgivings in Russia than I have anywhere else because it was an excuse to cook turkey and get together and have people over. So it was always based on who you're playing with and where they're from. And all of a sudden I was super patriotic Canadian because I was over there missing turkey.
And then were you celebrating the Russian holidays too? So you're celebrating Russian holidays, Canadian holidays, American holidays.
Yeah, looking back, it was a pretty good gig, wasn't it?
I mean, did you celebrate Boxing Day there when you were?
Yeah, they didn't do Christmas in Russia. I didn't realize that till I got over my first year. I looked at the schedule, and all of a sudden we had a game on Christmas Day. What are we playing on Christmas for? And they explained to me that their Christmas is celebrated in the New Year, and we get time off for New Year's Day. And what? Why are we playing on Christmas Day? So that to me was weird, but again, customs and people do things their way.
Now that makes sense because in Rocky IV, Rocky goes over there and he fights Ivan Drago on Christmas Day. Now it makes sense. Now they don't celebrate it on Christmas Day we do here.
Yeah, it all makes perfect sense. I couldn't believe it, and now I didn't even realize that in the movie too. That's right, though.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being a part of the show today, and good luck this weekend. Wednesday, Friday, home games. Go out and support the IceHogs. Hopefully you'll get some games in.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It'll be a good week. Like you said, Thanksgiving Day week, everyone seems to be in a good mood, and nothing puts everybody in a better mood than a couple wins, so it should be good.